today?
I'm homer along with the Hall of Famer Tony Smith, but
Do it in real life. Then impress me.
I think that these indoor places are underrated in terms of the importance of improving your golf game.
That is 100% true, yes.
Because I think that however they're set up, they require you to hit the ball first in order to get your full distance. And that's the most important thing in golf that most people don't do. They hit the
Good
ground.
contact?
Yes, they hit something before the ball. And the pros,
Grass
the best,
usually,
whatever,
dirt.
anything. Yeah, the pros hit the ball first
Hit the
on
ball
every
first.
shot.
That's why they get all that spin on
So
it.
you come here and play, and you will learn if you want to hit the ball first in order to get the distance you want on your shots. I don't know how you get people to do it, but
What do you mean? Get people to do what? Make
hit
the good
the ball
contact
first.
Well, you get lessons. That would be first
well,
thing to
they've
do.
been given a lot of lessons, and I looked at driving range and it's the
Well, you get a lesson, but then you spend 3 or 4 hours a day
Right.
just working on your swing.
Right, but
then
my
you go
content,
3 or 4 hours working on your putts.
Well, no, but my
3 or 4 hours
my comment
working
to
on
pros
everything.
is that that's all you should teach.
Except you got to start when you're like 5.
Well, whatever.
That's the
But
key.
if you're 30, the first thing a pro should
Well, if you're
teach,
30, you're screwed.
Well, of course, you're screwed. But the first thing a pro should teach any player is how to hit the ball first. And that's not high. That's not as high on their list. They have 100 other things they work on. I don't care what your grip. I don't care anything. You have to learn. I can't do it.
I don't
can't
know.
do it.
We need a pro. Where's Andy at around
but
here?
we have more important things.
I don't know if you teach to hit the ball first.
I
But that's
know.
just a result of you doing the right thing.
Okay.
I believe.
All right. Well, I'm not.
I'm no expert though.
I'm not either. But that's what I saw. I just with one of my followers at Green and Gold Draft, who's Ron, his draft stuff is good. He says he was sending some video of Barry Sanders. He said
Really?
there's a bigger version of Barry Sanders in this draft, best running back I've ever evaluated. And
Really?
I said, this is easy. Packers got to take that player with the 15th pick.
No.
Well,
You can't take running backs in the first round.
Hold on. I didn't say a running back. You ask anybody here. There's a running back a bigger version of Barry Sanders. Are you gonna? And you have the 15th pick. Are you gonna take him?
No.
If you believe he's a bigger version of Barry Sanders, hell yes, you're gonna take him.
No.
It ain't even close.
No, not in the first round.
Yes.
Are you out of your mind?
Do you remember how good Barry Sanders is? We got to get Ron on that.
Well, first of all,
I don't care. He'll catch the ball instead of run the ball.
First of all, it's not a guarantee that he is going to be as good as Barry Sanders.
But again, that's not what we're saying.
No,
you
that's
just
what you're
said,
saying. You're
no,
assuming.
you said you wouldn't take him even if he is.
Okay, if you can guarantee he's going to be a bigger,
He's a
better
bigger version of Barry Sanders.
If he's a bigger version of Barry Sanders, you can verify that and guarantee it, then I'll take him 15.
Okay. Well,
Otherwise, no.
Ron's pretty good. Green and Gold Draft.
Ain't that good.
Well, there's a gamble.
You don't
There's
know.
always a gamble. No, of
Yeah,
course
I'm not willing to gamble with the 15th pick.
You're not willing to gamble. You're not willing
Not
to
with
gamble.
the 15th pick.
Even if he says.
I'll gamble 4th round all day long.
Oh, no, a bigger version of Barry Sanders.
Hey, I'm gambling 4th round, baby.
Who would have to tell you that you would pick him with 15?
No one.
What? What?
Jesus himself would have to come down and tell me that he's going to be Barry Sanders.
All
Otherwise, I'm not believing him.
We talk every now and then. I'll tell him he needs to communicate
All right, good.
with you.
Yeah, let him
What would
know.
you like it, a note or a phone call?
Either. A note would be fine.
A note would be fine. Well, no, you won't believe it's him. It's
Just
gotta
burn
be
up a little. I got a little tree outside my balcony. You can burn that up and
All
talk
right.
to me there if you want.
You want a miracle, which is understandable.
Okay.
I agree. I think I just wanted
If
to know which one
if
you
I'm going
want.
to pick a running back 15th, I need a miracle.
No. That's not what you're doing.
What am I
You are
doing?
taking a bigger version of Barry Sanders.
I'm not. No.
What-
Unless
what do you-
unless
what
I know
would-
100%.
Well, it's. I mean,
You better
what-
check You better check the track record of running backs.
All right, what do you-
especially nowadays.
What do
it's
you?
not very
Okay,
good.
what do you need? If Ron says he's a bigger version of Barry Sanders, I'm taking him with pick 15.
I mean,
But you're not. So now
I'm
the
not.
question is, what do you need?
wait, you are?
Yes, I believe in Ron enough
Really?
to do. Yes.
Wow, that's
like-
bold.
He doesn't have to be.
That's bold.
Well, I'll accept that he might not be better than Barry Sanders, but if somebody who follows the draft says it's the best running back I've ever evaluated, and I'm guessing he's been doing it for 20
here
years.
you go.
They've been pretty.
Never.
No. Well, yes. If you say he's a bigger version of Barry Sanders,
Max, can you
yes.
start looking up biggest draft busts for us? So we go over that
as a
long
running
list.
back?
No,
running
as
back?
any position.
Well, Tony Mandrich has got to be it.
Well, again,
And that
I
was-
bet his scouting things were off the charts as well. You saw what happened there.
Well, there was the issue with him about whether he was on steroids. That was the big concern. And to be fair to Tony Mandrich,
hey, whatever the reason,
they called him
I'm
Dr.
not taking a
Tony.
chance.
Well, to be fair to Tony Mandrich, they changed the drug rules the year he came into the NFL.
I think you can take a chance on other positions. Nowadays, as you've seen, you can't do it at running back. They're too easy to find.
I
everywhere.
agree. Other than this,
but you don't necessarily need that.
What if there
we
was
know the game is going to a passing league.
I agree. This
How good are the Titans doing with one of the best running backs, if not the best running back for the past few years?
They're doing pretty well.
Derrick Henry's unstoppable.
But
they ain't won nothing.
I agree, but that doesn't mean
They ain't won nothing. Who's winning it?
Well,
Pat Mahomes,
who's
the
winning
guy
it?
who's slinging it.
Yes.
They ain't running backs.
Well, again, they've had some pretty good running backs in Kansas City, but they have not. Again, if you
the
say
guy who they picked, I think, in first round got replaced by some third or fourth round
then
guy.
no one ever said he was a bigger version of Barry Sanders.
All right, but Edwards-Helaire was starting. It was a high pick. Got replaced by Pacheco.
Correct.
I don't even know where this guy came from.
He came from probably Florida Atlantic.
Right, you got no idea where he came from.
We'll address
That's
this
the
with
point.
Ron or something, but there's no way you can be convinced.
No, and you're not going to convince Jason either, guarantee.
No, there's probably someone that
Guarantee. Not going to happen.
guarantee. All right, we'll find out.
You're not going to. No.
By the
Jason,
way, again,
Jason
we're
not
at the
falling for
opening
it.
day event at X Golf, American Family Field. And if you don't know, the Brewers are wisely trying to get people to think that they can come to AmFam every day of the year. Now they have golf and they have restaurants. And so you're here and you can watch the game as the Brewers are playing in Chicago. They're down 2-0. And you can also play golf. And so it's a pretty good setup. Or you could eat in the new restaurant. Let's see. They also have Monday's home opener. You can watch. I've never seen these things on the field. They're like sprinklers or these white things. I've never noticed them before on tires and stuff.
My baseball knowledge is limited. Dude.
Well, you should be happy.
I'm not sure why you asked me
Baseball
about
has
anything.
finally come the way of Tony Smith.
Are those called Zambonis? Like the?
They might be, but
I don't
every
think so,
every
but
complaint that Tony Smith had about baseball, it's like they listened to him and they've changed it. Who knew that you would be?
Are they
in charge
allowing
of the game?
PEDs yet? They got one more to go if they're not.
Are they allowing performance-enhancing drugs?
Yes.
Of course, yes.
They do allow it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No one tells anybody, but yes, there are players.
That means they
on
don't allow
PEDs.
it.
Oh, you want it to be legal?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I think that's going to come around because at some point it's going to come around because they realize the benefit to getting people back from injury sooner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the benefit of PED, which is I would say a significant reason why players use them. Though again, they're not approved. 1-800-990-3776. Jason Wilde, would he draft a bigger version of Barry Sanders with the 15th pick in the first round? Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
You're the evil empire. You're the enemy. And give it your best shot.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes, give it your best shot, but understand that.
I'm on board with you.
There you go.
I never had an issue with it. I don't even know why he wants to try to befriend anybody. No shine for them. There's a lot of hate there.
Yeah.
That sounds like there's a bigger problem with Marquette than there is with anybody else.
Yeah, and they're proud of it.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com. There are fewer things better than basketball and pizza, which is why we're teaming up with Palermo's Pizza for the Palermo's Pizza Bracket Challenge. Follow along for the remainder of the tourney as 16 lucky fans are assigned teams, and to the victor go all the spoils. Even if you're not part of the Bracket Challenge, Palermo's Pizza is the best sixth man off the bench when it comes to enjoying the games. Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. Show me your Guinness. We want to see you enjoying Guinness pints this month at your favorite Milwaukee area establishments. Take a picture with your Guinness, scan the QR code, and enter to win amazing prizes all month when you show me your Guinness.
Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
Fleet Farm is your lawn care headquarters for everything from lawnmowers, string trimmers, fertilizer, soil, and more. This week only, get 4 bags of Superior Cedar Chips and Mulch for just $12. And on Saturday, April 1st, the first 150 customers get a chance to crack open an egg and save up to 30% off their entire purchase. Plus, from 10 a.m. until noon, the first 75 kids can decorate a Fleet Farm Easter pail.
Milwaukee, are you ready to guac?
It's almost National Burrito Day.
In honor, Qdoba is hosting the first ever World Burrito Eating Championship at the Beer Garden in Deer District on Thursday, April 6th. Doors open at 11 a.m. Professional Major League eaters are set to crush the flavorful World Eating Championship Burrito. Qdoba invites up to 500 people to this free event with games, tasty samples, music, and prizes. Make plans now to be at the Beer Garden in Deer District on Thursday afternoon, April 6th to celebrate with Qdoba.
At Evans Transportation, they love this time of year. The snowy days of winter are on their way out, and Milwaukee basketball is heating up. They're big fans of the alley-oop, both on the court and in supply chain management. When manufacturers have accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, Evans Transportation is there to throw down some monster jams. Good luck to Milwaukee on the court for the rest of this season from Evans Transportation in Delafield. Find them at evanstrans.com.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance wants to protect your dreams. So whether you're at home singing in the shower,
every note,
or prefer singing your heart out in the car like Drew,
cruising,
you can save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Did you know that when you talk, read, or sing with your child, you're helping to shape their brain? Every parent has the power to create a strong start for our children from the day they are born. Visit TalkingIsTeaching.org for free tips and ideas on how to transform everyday moments into magical moments for learning.
It's Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Jason Wilde is brought to you by Boucher Automotive, where we ride with you every mile. 18 dealerships, 15 brands, and thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out at Boucher.com.
Everybody on the planet should get information on the Green Bay Packers from Jason Wilde every day of the year. We do our part, 94.5 ESPN, at the opening day event at X Golf American Family Field. As I was heading in, Jason Wilding was heading out.
Oh, you saw Jason?
I saw him, yes.
I got to get here earlier. I missed my guy. Sorry, Jason.
Him. Good afternoon, Jason.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I have a question for Tony.
Yep.
If an old man is approaching you in the parking lot and you're passing, do you, at 1:30, his radio show starts at 2. A, do you anticipate him breaking stride to at least say hello and stop for 30 seconds? And B,
he's got plenty of time.
Do you expect him to shake hands or do some sort of weird, like, quasi-low five as his handshake music?
I would expect a 2-minute, 3-minute conversation, a hug, a nice warm greeting.
You just say that because you know I didn't do
that's
any of
That's
that.
what I would have done. I mean, I don't know. If I see Jason, I'm talking to him for a second. What's up, Jason?
I assume Jason is leaving.
Problem is I wouldn't be here 30 minutes ahead of time.
Well, no, Jason's leaving because he needs to go do something. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left then.
Well, if he's got to go, then you let him go.
I slow down. I extend my hand to think I'm shaking hands with him. and he like slaps me 5 like I just scored on a double by Willie Adamas or something.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I thought.
He never stopped walking. Like, he didn't even slow down.
That's correct. They didn't. I assumed you left because you got somewhere you got to go.
Jason,
you're always getting to drive your daughter somewhere. Did you need to get somewhere? Otherwise,
you need to get somewhere.
Well, otherwise he wouldn't have left when he did. Go ahead, Jason.
I was there at 8:05. Like, it's been a while, but yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. I thought that we would talk longer than we did, but that's okay because I'm talking to you now.
Yeah. All right. Here's the question.
I've been listening.
All right. If there was a bigger version of Barry Sanders, would you take him with the 15th pick in the draft? And I said, hell yes. Tony says no because he's a running back.
And this is Ron Wolf who's telling you that he's.
No, this is Ronnie has a site, Green and Gold Draft. I followed him. I have enough respect in his work that if he says he's that, I would take him. I doubt he's going to be a bigger version of Barry Sanders. I don't know. He's always said he's always done draft thing on people. I mean, but anyway, forget it's him. Let's address 2 parts. 1, somebody you respect. Say Ron Wolf. Okay. Whoever you want to say that you respect them, if he said to you, this is a bigger version of Barry Sanders, would you say the Packers should take him with the 15th pick?
So this is the Robinson kid from Texas, right? That's who we're talking about.
I don't even know. I don't know if you know who it is.
You don't even know who you don't even know who the player is.
He has no idea.
Taking Ron.
And he's taking him 15th, Jason.
No, it is the kid from Texas, but it doesn't matter. It's not. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's.
But Tony was right. Like this is the draft industrial complex is an entity unto itself. And I'm not. I don't know Ron. I don't know.
Right, but forget Ron. Just answer the question. If Ron Wolf told you. All right, sorry.
So I don't care if it's Ron or it's Elliot Wolf or it's one of the scouts in the Packers scouting department. Well, Ron is 86 years old. He's not scouting anymore.
But Ron Wolf, when he was in his prime, is the Packers GM.
Right, but when someone says to me, he's a bigger version of Barry Sanders, doesn't your hyperbole sensor go off, and you say, okay, this guy could be a really good player? Like I know who the player is that he's talking about, right? I've also seen him compared to Saquon Barkley, who's a very good NFL running back. He ain't Barry Sanders. But, again, no one ever says, you know who this guy reminds me of? This guy reminds me of Eddie Lacy. Like, no one ever chooses, like, guys that don't become, like, all-time greats to use as their comp for how good a guy could be. So,
well, they do, but no one ever follows it like me or somebody else and goes, wow.
I think Tony's point, like, 3 years from now, if we're all able to remember, I look forward to me bringing up on this program. Homer, remember 3 years ago before the 2023 draft, and you had Ron telling you that this guy was the next bigger version of Barry Sanders. I want to see where Bijan Robinson, his career goes in the next 3 years, whoever he plays for. But this idea, I would draft him because any scout, and Ron's not a scout, right? He's a fan with a draft page.
Highly respected by Homer fan.
Yes,
highly respected.
I just wanted to focus on how good would a running back have to be for you to take him with the 15th pick, because Tony's premise is correct. Running backs don't mean as much as they used to, but there has to be a point at which if someone is so good that you would still take him, that pick, or maybe not. Maybe it's like if I said he's the next Ray Guy. Fine, I ain't taking him with the 15th pick.
Right. And certainly, as Tony pointed out, there are running backs that have gone in the first round and are good players, right? I mean, we just talked about Saquon Barkley. I heard Tony mention Tennessee. Look, that's a scenario where, as Tony pointed out, how much have they won, right? I mean, they've got the best running back in football. Derrick Henry is as good as it gets. But, again, if you don't have the other pieces, it's not enough. So, yeah,
you probably wouldn't even take him. You wouldn't even take a bigger version of Barry Sanders, given the NFL today as it is.
But you can't just base it on a draft assessment, whether that turns out to be right or wrong. Like, everyone has an opinion on every player. I can tell you this: people who know way more about scouting NFL draft prospects than me, and I'm referring to actual people that work in the NFL, think that Robinson is a really, really good running back, and he's worth taking in the first round. Now, there are a lot of those same people who don't believe taking a running back in the first round, unless he's special, should ever happen. So I would say that their opinion, regardless of Ron's choice of comparison, is enough to say, hey, this guy is good enough that even though I wouldn't normally pick a first-round running back, this guy is worth considering. Now, is he worth considering at 25? Is he worth considering at 5? I don't know.
Certainly not at 15.
He's certainly a running back that there are people that will argue he is worth drafting in the first round. I don't think it's fair to Barry Sanders or Robinson to compare them to Barry Sanders. So,
Jason, he's worthy of a first-round pick. Do you think anybody will draft him in the first round?
Yes, he will. He'll go in the first round.
Yeah, I think he will. But again, if you're looking at the Packers right now, and you got Aaron Jones to come back on a reduced salary. He took a pay cut of $5 million this year. You've got a guy you spent a second-round pick on who is going into the final year of his contract. Certainly you will want to pick some running backs because just like they were when it was Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams going into free agency, you're going to have to replenish that position one way or another. But when you look at the Packers' needs and their immediate needs, tight end, wide receiver, edge rusher, defensive line, like secondary, especially safety, like, are you going to pick a running back at 15 when you have the needs that you have? And you basically punted on free agency while you deal with the Rodgers process? I wouldn't think so. And if he goes and is a bigger version of Barry Sanders, you tip your cap to whoever got him if they picked him after you, and you say, that's great, we really liked him too, but we had other things we had to address.
Okay. You talked today about Matt LaFleur. Give people an update on your thoughts on his comments, the follow-up to Rodgers and Goody war.
Yeah,
I don't believe that's an exaggeration. I believe it. No, it's not a war because nobody dies. I'm sure that someone will brand what's a battle that you have where there's nobody dying? We'll think of a better word then.
Yeah, good luck with that. Like the Barry Sanders
verbal war.
They clearly don't like each other, and they never have since he cut Jordy Nelson. But I think Matt LaFleur has done two good things. One, he pointed out that no matter how you feel about Rodgers and what he's done, what he's failed to do, whether he's a weirdo or not, that there's a lot of people that owe a lot of their bank accounts and their reputations to how good the dude's been. So I thought he hit the right tone there. And I also think by lowering expectations, I think that's also been a smart thing. Like, I don't think it's been you want to express privately how confident you are in Jordan Love, but I don't think you want to ratchet up the pressure or expectations on him publicly. And so I thought what Matt LaFleur did was really smart. And so, he's been very quiet all offseason. This is the first time we've heard anything from him. And I thought for a guy that I don't think is always all that great with answering questions, I thought both of those things he hit just the right tone and handled it really well.
You alluded to it, and I want to be in the camp of that. He definitely missed the NFL meetings because he didn't want to talk.
Yeah,
had this not been going on, had this not been going on, he would have been there.
Maybe. I mean, I do think when your two buddies or two guys that you pattern yourself after don't think they need to be there. I'm not sure. Even if there was no controversy, I don't know if LaFleur would have gone or not. But I would say that it was certainly a fringe benefit of not going, that he didn't have to deal with any of these questions.
And unless you tell me otherwise, I will believe with 100% certainty that if Matt LaFleur had the ability, that Aaron Rodgers would be the starting quarterback for the Packers this season.
I wouldn't say that with 100% certainty, because I do think that, I think he probably has gotten tired of some of the drawbacks of that relationship. But if you made him choose, I think he strikes me as someone who would take the bird in the hand, and that is Rodgers, as opposed to the two in the bush. Not to be confused with the burning bush, which Jesus would be talking to Tony through about Barry Sanders.
Do you think, or let me put it this way, how good do you think Matt LaFleur believes Jordan Love is? I'm certain he doesn't believe that he's as good as Goody thinks he is, but
yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's. I don't even know if he's cautiously optimistic. I think he's probably hopeful. And,
hopeful.
But then what does he do? He's boxed
Nothing.
in. If you're Goody, if you're LaFleur and you don't believe in what, do you try to get as good a veteran in there?
You ain't got no choice. LaFleur can't get
I do
anybody
everything
in there.
I can. Yeah, I do everything I can to make everything around him successful. And I don't know if they can do that either with where they're at cap-wise and draft picks. But, Brock Purdy had a bunch of success for San Francisco, but he had a hell of a lot better team around him, offensively and defensively, than what the Packers will have around Jordan Love.
You think?
Thanks, Jason.
Slightly better.
Next time I'll give you a high five, or I don't know what I'll do.
How about a bro hug? Come on, man.
Just stopping your walking would have been nice, but that's good.
Okay.
All right, boys. Take care. Be good.
I'll work on it.
Didn't break stride. What is wrong with you? It's Jason frickin' Wilde.
You don't
know the guy?
Well, I asked him. He left this part out. I said, "Are you leaving? Are you going to be here for the show, or are you going?" He says, "I'm going." So clearly I had to slow down enough to ask that question. What was important to me about Jason Wilde? We're going to do the show with you here, or
why are you
going to be
rush
on
to
the
get
phone?
in here? It was a half hour ahead of time.
Because I didn't know what we were doing. I didn't know where we were doing it.
We were doing the show.
We were doing it. No, this is not.
All you got to do is walk in and put the headphones on.
Clearly, I was right. I needed to come here.
You didn't help with that situation
at all. I needed
all.
to bring my equipment whenever we do a remote, just in case the equipment doesn't work.
You need to bring backup equipment?
Yes, I will from now on. Since I have it, why not?
I don't have a problem with bringing backup.
We wouldn't have been. The people missed 8 minutes of this great show.
Oh, 8 minutes.
Yes.
Look out.
It's true.
What are you going to do without those 8 minutes of Homer's
I have a high standard.
perspective?
I feel sadness.
On Barry Sanders. You were just going to talk about some Barry Sanders dude who is not even Barry Sanders. We don't need to hear 8 minutes of that. We could have done without 8 minutes of that.
You would never take a running back. You don't care how good he is.
I'm not going to take it now.
With the 15th
unless I have no running backs in the backfield.
Yeah, my answer is
if I got anybody, I'm not taking a 15.
You can never have too much greatness. If you tell me there's greatness at any position other than punter,
ain't greatness. You don't know.
Other than punter.
You don't know if it's greatness.
I know. It depends who tells me that. But if someone says to me that I believe in, that there's greatness at that level, I don't give a damn what position you play. Other than punter, at place kicker, I'm not sure about that. Long snapper, never. Punter, never. I can't think of anything other than that. Other than that, just about any position. If you're that good, historically good, potential to be historically good, I'm taking you regardless of your position. You're not. That's what I wanted to find out.
Also bad at getting the break. We're late.
Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
Guessing is not an Olympic sport, so don't get excited.
That is a great line. Yeah. That is awesome.
You're all excited about his
guessing is not
ability.
an Olympic sport. But I would guess that some people are better than others at guessing.
You would guess right.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get ready. Opening week is here. Brewers baseball returns April 3rd with a star-studded battle versus the Mets. The action continues with the showdown versus the Cardinals starting April 7th, featuring a buy-one-get-one beer offer for National Beer Day. Plus, collect the limited edition Giannis Brewers basketball jersey on April 8th. Don't miss the return of Brewers baseball. Get your opening week seats at brewers.com/tickets.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pie Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pie, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pie Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pie or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Since 1964, Ewald Automotive has been on a journey to make car buying easier for your family. So if you want an easy experience, head to Ewald's 59th anniversary sale. Ewald guarantees the lowest price and includes their exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles. Plus, with live market pricing, you'll never overpay for a used car. Shop over 1,000 vehicles. Ewald's anniversary sale is going on now through month end.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Make your statement with Fast Signs of Glendale. You have an idea, and Fast Signs of Glendale can make it happen. 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee works with Fast Signs of Glendale on their vehicle lettering, studio and event signage, and much more. Your company should consider Fast Signs of Glendale with your next custom sign project. Big or small, they can do them all. See their work at fastsigns.com. That's fastsigns.com. Fast Signs of Glendale, proud marketing partner of 94.5 ESPN.
Magoo's on the Mound is where you want to be for your opening day pregame party on April 3rd. With a special opening time of 7 a.m., catch 94.5 ESPN's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy live from Magoo's. The party continues with Wilde and Tausch broadcasting live at Magoo's from 9 till noon. Join in on the outdoor action with drinks, a cookout, music, and cornhole. Plus, Magoo's is less than a mile from the ballpark, so park your ride and take a free shuttle to the game. Magoo's on the Mound, 59th and Blue Mound in Milwaukee. Visit magoos.biz for more.
College Hoops fans, it's Jen Latta from ESPN. It's almost time to cut down the nets, and Celsius wants to make sure you fuel up for the madness. Visit your local retailer to pick up your favorite Celsius Essential Energy drink. Celsius has 15 different flavors for you to choose from, including Arctic Vibe, Sparkling Lemon Lime, Fantasy Vibe, Strawberry Lemonade, and many more. Bracket already busted? Use Celsius for the essential energy you need. Stay active and energized all day long with Celsius Essential Energy drinks.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Show podcasts, team-centric feeds, and listening live whenever, wherever. All of that in the palm of your hand. The Wisconsin On Demand app, available in the Apple or Android App Store. This is Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It is opening day for the Milwaukee Brewers. They're playing at Wrigley Field. The worry about the weather hasn't been it. The problem is the score. Brewers are trailing 4-0. Our opening day event at X Golf right here. It is early. That's the bottom of the fifth. It's quick.
Is that early?
I'm
not sure about baseball. Seems early.
Not anymore. Game's quick.
Yeah. Get that pitch clock going. Let's go.
It is. You should be happy.
I'm very
Baseball
happy.
finally listened to you.
Very excited.
Changes that you wanted. We're at the X Golf, and again, it's at AmFam Field, and it's open all year. That's because they are the Brewers, I think, wisely trying to convince people, look, you can come to AmFam every day of the year. We got X Golf, we got a restaurant, and then, of course, we have baseball games, and they'll have the home opener next week. But that doesn't mean it isn't busy at AmFam, because even when the season opener's somewhere else, there are people here.
Lots to do.
The Yankees are now asking that they don't want to have numbers for their managers because they want to open them up for players. There's a real problem.
What does the manager need a number for anyway?
Well, again, the Yankees have asked Major League Baseball if they can stop issuing uniform numbers to their managers and coaches due to the retired numbers problem.
How many people have numbers that aren't players?
All do. All of them do. Every
Why?
I don't have an answer for that because they're
Just
on the team.
another reason for me to not like baseball. Do you see any other coaches with numbers?
That's true. They don't in basketball.
They don't in football.
Popovich doesn't
numbers
have it.
don't have. Coaches don't have numbers. You don't need one.
I would agree with you. You'd like that to be done next, right? They're coming in your
dumb.
direction. Don't be mad.
It's just dumb.
They're listening to you finally. Yes, they need to get rid of numbers. What number does Council have a number? I don't even know what his number is. Let's look at that.
No one knows. Does anybody know a coach's number?
But again, clearly the Yankees have numbers because they want to stop issuing to their manager and coaches.
I mean, it's not like I don't need another reason not to like baseball, but they just gave me one. I mean, they really do. They're trying to upset me. I mean, they're trying to keep me away from the game. They're doing a great job right now.
They're discussing the interest in retiring jerseys and not numbers. And there's a movement in that for all sports.
That makes more sense. Keep the numbers open. You're not sure?
No, I think it's I like the idea. I think that's the ultimate tribute for a player. I mean, for example,
it's the jersey.
Well, no, but it's not.
Number.
Like a great example is like they just said nobody can wear the 6 anymore in the NBA. Why? Out of tribute to Bill Russell. The greatest tribute I think you can give to any player. The problem is the tribute is given to too many players. And as a result, then you run short of numbers.
Well, because there's a lot of great players, and there's going to continue to be great players. So where's it going to end? You're going to run out of numbers.
I can solve it real easily.
Retire the jersey. They just
Generally, you retire the jersey.
Yeah.
There will be exceptions when you will decide to retire the number.
No exceptions.
All right, well,
let it go.
You can do it that way, but I think again, you
retire
can't say
the jersey.
You can't say no exceptions. Baseball said nobody's going to wear Jackie Robinson's number, and now nobody can wear Bill Russell. You can't say, wait, you can't retire the jersey number when we just did it for the whole league. Well, if the league can do it,
I can rescind it. No, we made a mistake. We jumped on that one a little early. We're gonna walk that back, and now we're gonna do jerseys. Do jerseys.
That would now the problem you have is that what you need to do is to go back and ask the people or their families, because at the time many had their jersey retired, they had the number retired. They were told it was the number. You can't now 20 years later go, whoa, wait, we've changed.
What do they really care about a number?
We'll ask them if it's important to them.
I don't think they care about a number.
Well, maybe not. I think
their
deserve
family
the right.
member was honored.
They
jersey's retired.
Now it's changed. Everybody has to change. Be the national day of no more numbers retired.
Tell you what, they're lucky I'm not in charge. We'd be getting stuff done. I'm not asking anybody.
Wow, we should have.
Hey, this is what we're doing. Sorry, bro.
That you would get done. All right, I know what you'd get done.
Numbers
now.
back in rotation.
You'd have a break so we can get to Are You a Better Guesser?
That was correct. I'd also be on time.
1-800-990-3776. Caller 4 next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
We got African American history facts first before we give hockey history facts.
I thought somebody was coming in.
We don't always need somebody to come in.
Yes, we do. Whoever comes in is better than you.
Wow.
You're just
Pebbles
you.
fired.
You're just you.
Pebble.
Hold on.
Wow.
You're just you and you're here. This is not just African American History
Whoever
Month.
comes in is better than you.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
Although I'm trying to think of incidents. There's always an incident.
Do you have any incidents in Mexico?
Yeah.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
They charged her $300 for a bottle of wine, and that was the last straw.
She snapped.
She really uncorked on them, huh? Yeah, she did uncork. That was good. You're awake now.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Show me your Guinness. We want to see you enjoying Guinness pints this month at your favorite Milwaukee area establishments. Take a picture with your Guinness, scan the QR code, and enter to win amazing prizes all month when you show me your Guinness. It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by WM, the leading provider of comprehensive waste management services in North America. Learn about career opportunities in Wisconsin by visiting careers.wm.com.
As the Brewers whittle down their opening day roster to 25, one of the players that made the cut is second baseman Bryce Terang. The 23-year-old prospect had a solid showing this spring, sporting a .282 average with a home run and 3 stolen bases. The plan is for him to be the regular second baseman, at least against right-handed pitching. Making the Major League roster still doesn't feel real to Terang.
It's starting to kind of sink in more and more. Calling my family, calling my mom and dad, and that's where the emotions kind of kicked in. Even right now, until I'm there, I think, until I'm on the flights and stuff, is when it's going to sink in.
The Brewers open the 2023 season Thursday afternoon against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by WM.
The best quality roofs, siding, windows, and doors, expertly installed and at an affordable price. Hi, this is Bo from Ridgetop Exteriors. Integrity, excellence, quality, and community are what we value here at Ridgetop because we want to do a great job to help our friends and neighbors. We always want to exceed expectations because customer service is our #1 goal. We're trusted local experts you can count on for your home exterior projects. Thanks for choosing Ridgetop Exteriors for your home's next project. Go to ridgetopexteriors.com for a free estimate.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality Men's Health. Guys, did you know that the stored belly fat reduces your free testosterone? The more the belly grows, the harder it is to drop, mostly because of the decrease in free T. It's a vicious cycle that men are losing, and unfortunately, everyone can see it. Mentality breaks that cycle with semaglutide, an industry-changing weight loss medication that can help you lose up to 15% of your body weight while preserving your testosterone. Join our over 20,000 clients to look and feel the way you deserve. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
It's Gary Olson here from Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape from the office? Or maybe you want to impress a potential client? Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center offers a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play courses like St. Andrews, Whistling Straits, and more. Even when it's not perfect golf weather outdoors, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and their best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer. At just $35 an hour for a bay, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is the perfect weekday getaway. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. This is Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It is opening day. The Brewers are on the road at Wrigley Field, but we're not. We are at AmFam. It's X-Golf AmFam, and that's because this X-Golf is here all the time. So that you should consider AmFam Field not just when the Brewers are playing, but every day of the year because they have AmFam X Golf. And It's a pretty nice deal. I can see if you were here during a game, it would be awesome. You're playing the game in golf, and you're right beyond the right field or left field bleachers up high, and it's a sweet view. I'm curious.
Golf is the only reason I'd be here.
Well, maybe not now because baseball's changing the way you want it. It is time for Are You a Better Guesser? What's on the line? Mad Max filling in today.
A gift certificate to Mars Cheese Castle.
Yeah, $50. I don't think we have any correct answers yet this week.
I've not heard of any correct answers.
Right.
So
we have Brent. Brent, you're on 94.5 ESPN. Give me your resume. Are you a former champion of this competition?
I'm not. I've tried once, but did not win.
All right. This could be the week. You ready to go? Normally you have the greatest competition on the planet Earth between Pebble and the Hall of Famer, but Pebble is off, I think, today and tomorrow. And so, is that right, Max? Aren't you filling in tomorrow as well?
Yep, and I'll be on next Thursday, next Friday as well.
Ooh, he's gone then, too?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Pebble's slacking.
Pebble's
slacking right now.
Using his vacation. Usually he has it during the March Madness, but I didn't know it was the Thursday, Friday for the next 3 weeks. All right, Brad.
Is he doing the Final Four? Is that what he's going for?
I have no idea, but there's no Final Four next week. Lowest actually changed in January of 2019 in what state? Illinois, New Hampshire, Iowa, or Vermont? The lowest temperature ever for a state actually changed as recently as January of 2019. In what state? Illinois, New Hampshire, Iowa, or Vermont? What do you say, Brent?
I'm going to say New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. All right, and now we get to the Hall of Famer. There's no way anybody can know this. No
Vermont.
Clue. Vermont is your guess. And Mad Max?
Iowa.
Iowa. So we have
covered
Iowa,
the whole gauntlet.
Except for Illinois.
We didn't pick Illinois.
Did not pick Illinois.
Because that's not in it anyway. We're too close to Illinois. We know that's not the answer.
Hold on here. Let me get my sheet.
Oh, he's looking it up still. He doesn't even know the answer himself.
I do know the answer. I want to make sure I read it. Mount Carroll, you ever heard of that city? You know what state that's in? Mount Carroll in the northwestern corner of the state plunged to a negative 38 on January 31st, 2019, making it the most recent state to reach its lowest temperature, and that would be Illinois. One for Homer. Sorry on that, Brad. Everybody missed it.
Everybody got it wrong.
Illinois, the most recent state to reach its lowest temperature ever. That's amazing.
I heard the question wrong because I wasn't really listening to you.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant this year. I was like, it hasn't been cold this year.
No. Lowest temperature ever occurred.
Recently, I got
you. There's another state that I'm not going to tell you in which the record has been in existence. No, because I'm going to use it as a question.
Oh, okay.
140 years. For 140 years, this state has had the same lowest temperature ever. Incredible. Have you changed your mind yet? If you knew somebody was a larger Barry Sanders, would you take him with the 15th pick? How early
I don't know. And I know Jason said that he thinks that someone will take him in the first.
Yeah, how early would you take? How early would you ever take a running back unless he could fly? I mean, like if he could take the ball and just fly to the end.
I mean, I would have to be extremely one. There's one scenario I would for sure.
Who's the greatest college running back?
Let me just tell you one scenario that I would do it. If I had everything else on my team, I had no real needs, and I'm talking about I got most of my starters in place. I'm thinking about picking. I'm at the point where I'm thinking about picking a backup, right, as a starter.
Got it.
And I need a running back. Now I'm picking him.
Okay.
But if I have other holes to fill, I just think that you're going to get away with a running back in a later round because you have that line, right? You have the line set. You have the quarterback. You have the other weapons. So, and it's just been proven over the last few years. Like we said, Derrick Henry, top of the line, running back. Titans ain't winning anything significant. You got Kansas City slinging it all over the yard. They're winning. Philly had a great running game, but they had like 4 running backs, including their quarterback, who's basically a running back. So I don't know how important the running back is right now. I mean, you certainly want to have a good one when you want to.
Okay. Yeah, that's
like a Christian McCaffrey, a dual back who's going to run and catch. And I mean, I don't know. You want to have one, but I don't know how important it is.
That's a position held by many teams. 1-800-990-3776. We've said so little about Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. The top 3 at 3 is next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
I feel like if I had done more research, that I can find information that at some point in his presidency, James Madison weighed 100 pounds, but I couldn't, and Tony holds this.
I was counting on the lack of research.
That was nice.
No, you came to the right place,
you're
pal.
counting
on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Take me out to the ball game, roll out the barrel, and get up, get out of here, gone. There's nothing like Milwaukee baseball. The Brew Crew is back, and we're here to help you turn your tailgate or game viewing experience into a grand slam. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where since 1960 we have provided the best selection and the lowest prices. We stock literally thousands of varieties of beer, liquor, wine, and mixers. Over 15,000 actually, but who's counting? The point is, you want it, odds are we have it. Combine our incredible selection and everyday low prices with our 2 convenient locations, and you've got your one-stop shop for game day. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, only 10 minutes from AmFam Field, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Main.
Discount liquor.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for 2, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack 0.5-liter bottles Essential Everyday Natural Spring Water, $3.99. 8 to 9-ounce potato chips, 15-ounce pretzels, or 10 to 12-ounce tortilla chips, selected varieties, 2 for $5. 5 to 8-ounce package, selected varieties, Sargento Deli-style sliced cheese, 2 for $6. 19.5 to 34-ounce package, selected varieties, Sara Lee fruit or cream pies, $5.99.
Hey, why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take the mound at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience from Century Foods. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 26th.
Hey, Greg Scalzo here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Hey, yeah! This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby.
Can you give us the shut up, Homer, please?
I don't know if Homer has heard of Sister Sifter, but I'm going to give him a go home, Roger. Go home, Homer. Look up the show. You'll get it.
First, you tell me to go home, and then you make fun of me. Hang up.
That attitude, I'm sure you did real well with the ladies.
You got real lucky over there.
That was a 200 hitter.
What is that exactly?
That means you lose 8 times out of 10.
Hey, you just need to knock it out the park that one time,
That's
though.
correct, yes. I found a woman who was in a bit of a slump. It was good.
I can't.
He outkicked his coverage.
You guys cannot help but to do it, to go back to sports terms. You're so funny.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know any other terms.
Live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day, this is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony, yes. Opening day, the Brewers not doing so well. They're down 4-0. But everybody's doing well here. Somebody just made a nice putt. Impressive. The X Golf AmFam Field, and realized that you just don't have baseball at AmFam. They figured it out. They want people coming here every day. X Golf opened in September of last year. Premium bar this month featuring the Brewers Transfusion, the official drink of golf. You know what that is? I'm not an expert. I, of course, have my own drink, the Homer. I don't need the transfusion.
No, you do not.
The Homer drink is the cheapest whiskey, rail, and
I thought it was Fireball.
Ginger beer. I've moved on. Fireball I like, but this is Trump Fireball.
What?
It's better. Yep.
You've replaced Fireball?
I replaced Fireball, yep.
Where was the memo?
I'm just giving it to you now.
Wow. Breaking news.
Yes.
Max, you need a breaking news sounder for that.
It's perfect because I get the cheapest
Homer
whiskey.
has replaced his favorite drink.
Rail. I love the concept of having a drink with the cheapest brand of alcohol.
Yeah, anything cheap is kind of right in your wheelhouse.
If the cheap makes sense, because when you put ginger beer, it takes away the taste of the flavor, so it's outstanding.
Yeah, you're just down with cheap in general.
No, it
your deal.
tastes great. I'm not a professional drinker. I'm an amateur. It usually means like one or two is enough. On a given night, I could have 4 of these, 4 of the Homers, and they're not expensive, and it tastes good. The ginger beer is basically a sweetener for anything and takes away the toughness. But there's no point to buy a nice brandy or whiskey because the ginger beer takes the taste out. But anyway, it doesn't apply here. Just so you know, X Golf opens when the parking lot opens. You can either book a 80-minute simulate and play golf while enjoying the game, stop to enjoy the game, and grab a drink from the bar.
Does the parking lot close?
Well, they're talking about, I think, days
lot.
that you have a game. Non-game day. See, that's game day. Game day, the X Golf opens when the parking lot opens. Non-game day, because wouldn't it be cool? Said I hit some golf shots, and then you're watching the game. You get 2 for 1.
That would be cool. Just hit some shots, not watch the game.
That too. You can do that. Yep. Then you probably want to come on non-game day because I'll bet it's less.
I ain't going either. I can ignore the game as well.
X Golf 2 summer membership options. May 1st to September 31st, $250 one-time fee. 3 hours of simulated a day. Whoa, that's a lot. I want to get like I want to get a driving range. I want to be able to hit unlimited balls at the driving range.
It's good though if you have a blowout going on. There's something to do.
That's right.
Instead of just leaving.
When it's 4-0, then you can. The Brewers are now 4-0.
Was that a blowout though? Top of the 7th?
No.
4-0? That's not a blowout.
It's not a blowout, but the Cubs stink, so it's disappointing.
Oh, I got you.
But again, as I've had this discussion on Twitter about, I think opening day is the most overrated event in all of sports because you have 162 games.
It's the start, though.
It's one. Well, fine. So what? It's 1 out of 162. Do you get extra points for winning? No.
All right, happy to be back.
Fine. Happy to be back. It's like the
NFL
NBA.
opener's important.
Well, because you only have 17 games.
That's true.
And the NBA, I would say the same thing. The NBA doesn't have near as much a history of opening day like baseball.
Well, that's not super celebrated, no.
Right, and it should. It's every bit as important. It's 1 out of 82, which again is meaningless, just like the baseball. And this opening day, it's the day after opening day. You go from a full house to 9 people. So everybody's there on opening day. Then the next day you have 9 people.
You just want to be there on opening day.
That's fine. That's okay.
It's an event.
It's fine.
It's not about the baseball. It's just an event.
I understand people, but it's to me the most overrated event in the history of sport because it doesn't mean anything.
There's certain quote unquote events that people don't really care about the actual event. It's an event. They just want to be there.
Yes.
One of those is the Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
Most people don't even care. They have no idea about horse racing.
Excellent point.
They just want to go and wear a hat and take pictures and say I was at the Derby.
I've been to the Derby.
Right.
That is even more underwhelming than the opening day of baseball. You know why? You know what you don't know about the Derby?
What?
It takes forever. Normally you have 25 minutes between races.
25?
Normally 20.
They need a pitch count.
Well, no. In the Kentucky Derby, it's 50 minutes, I think.
Yeah, they need a pitch clock.
They double the amount of time
worse.
between races.
Get those horses in there.
I know.
Well, they probably got to do something to the track.
So we are driving from South Bend, Indiana.
I hope there's only like 2 races.
No, they're 12, 13. Takes forever.
Oh, my
So we are driving.
That's a 13-hour day.
We're going to the Kentucky Derby in Louisville. We're in South Bend, Indiana. We're listening to like the 3rd race that day and still have more than enough time to drive there.
Wow.
Before race 10 or 11. I'll have to check. I think it goes from 25 minutes between races.
Wait, the
to
main
50
race is not even the
Till
last
the 11th.
race?
No, there's like
It's in the
two
middle?
after. Well, it's toward the end. It's like there are 13 races. I think it's
That's
number
dumb
11.
too. It should be the grand finale.
Again, when the problem is you've been there for a week because it's been so long between races. So
Well, how about go to 5 races and have it the last one?
again, if they put you in charge,
What's the need for all those races?
there are that many
don't
races
get it.
on a regular day.
This ain't a regular day.
Well, again, I'm
Kentucky
answering
Derby.
you. Yes. You've changed it, and I would agree with you. If you're going to have so much time between races, you can have fewer races. So,
Man,
yep. Things that you learn.
another sport I'm not going to get interested in. Horse racing. Dog racing I like.
Dog racing is quick.
It's very quick.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yep.
There's crashes.
Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, this has been 1970, 28, 50 years since I saw Joni.
Joni?
Yes, Joni was the name of a dog that I just happened to be living in, going to Arizona. My roommate and I would go to the dog track in Nogales.
Ah.
I had to eat peanut butter and
Did you
crackers.
go to Dairyland?
No.
Much?
Yeah, no, not much.
I
This
did.
was way before. I
Guess
just
who
went,
else I used to see at Dairyland all the time?
Hank Raymond's.
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, really?
Yep.
So anyway, you can look up Joni. She is a legendary dog. I didn't know at the time. And she was the most famous dog I've ever seen in all the time. Where she would race in the longer the race,
Yep,
the one
yep.
that goes more than a mile.
Yep.
Anyway, it didn't matter where she was. At a certain point,
She just takes off.
she just took off
She's
like
a
they were all
closer.
going backwards.
She's a closer.
And you can look up Joni Joni. She's, I think, in the Greyhound Hall of Fame. Legendary.
I
What are the
believe it.
chances that I could be there watching this? And just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Secretariat had a certain spot where Secretariat all of a sudden, but Joni did exactly the same
I know.
spot.
I know a dog similar, probably in the Hall of Fame. Prototype Drive was the dog's name.
Yeah.
And the dog just did not lose. I don't care what was going on. It's going to win every single time.
Right. Now, was that the
And-
longer
No,
race?
it was,
or
a,
not the
it was a
shorter
regular
one?
race. It was a regular race. And tragically, I saw the dog break his back.
Whoa! I never saw that.
Everybody got caught up at the first turn, and they kind of all merged. That's what happens. They merge at that first turn, and I think all 8 dogs were in at the same time at that first turn, and big crash up. And this dog, who was probably making a ton of money for the owner, was just laying there on the track, and they're like,
"Whoa!
We don't know what's going on." I mean, yeah, it's bad enough that the dog got hurt, but obviously they're not going to put the dog down, but the owner probably lost tons of money. That dog was one of those prize dogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was making tons of money for that owner.
Yep. One of the great ones. But yes.
The Doggy Dog Hall of
Greyhounds,
Fame.
The key was it wasn't too long. All right, we will get to, because it's during the 3 o'clock hour. Mad Max, should we do the top 3 at 3 now or take a break and get to it?
We can just do it now.
Do it now. All right, the top 3 at 3.
The best of the best. The pick of the litter, the creme de la creme. This list is as exclusive as it gets.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's ride. It's the top 3 at 3 with Homer and Tony.
This one is easy. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew what? Who knew he could score so many points? I mean, we know he's one of the great defenders in the NBA. 51 points?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know?
I didn't know he could score that much. Did you?
You just got to shoot that much.
So you just think it's a difference of
I mean, if you can shoot.
Holiday shooting more?
Well, you got to shoot to score 51 points. I'll tell you that.
So you're saying his whole career he could have been able to score 50 points, Drew Holiday, but he just never shot it.
If he was in a different role, he's not a natural chucker.
All right, I think this qualifies as a chucker. How many shots did Drew Holiday take last night in 32 minutes?
But I'm going to tell
he
you,
put up 51 in the Bucks' big win over the Pacers.
I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
On this Bucks team, they make you a chucker. They tell you got to be a chucker. That's what the Bucks do in general. They chuck.
Explain that. I don't know.
What do you mean? Well, Giannis gets to the rim. No one can stop him.
Right.
Right. But when they do throw a bunch of people at him. He kicks out, and they're supposed to shoot threes. It's meant to hold spaces open for Giannis.
All right.
That's why everybody chucks threes for the Bucks. They sometimes shoot themselves out of games because they keep taking bad threes, but that's their offense. That's what they do.
All right, well, Drew Holiday shot 6 threes and made 3.
There you go, 50%.
8 of 10 free throwing, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Now we get to how
8
many
of 10
shots?
free throws?
8 of 10. How many shots did Drew Holiday take last night? He scored 51. How many shots did he take, Tony?
He had to take about, I would say, between 25 and 30.
You nailed it. Drew Holiday hit 30 shots, made 20. That's impressive.
Wow.
20 for 30. Again, part of my belief that they don't guard anybody anymore in the
A high chuck rate. That's a lot of shots.
30 is a lot of shots. Do you know the most shots you ever took in a game?
Well,
I don't believe you ever took 30.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
30 is a ton of shots.
Yeah, in 32
but
minutes.
even more with Giannis on your team.
Yeah,
You're
Giannis
taking
took
30 shots.
Giannis took not Marquette. The Bucks shot 62% last night. Think of that. Giannis took 18 shots. He was 14 of 18.
That'll help your percentage.
Yes, and Drew Holiday
all
was
dunks.
20 of 30, and those were not dunks.
No, Giannis.
And
all dunks or what?
And they usually are. I call them. There are dunks, and then there are Fisher Price dunks. The Fisher Price dunks are the ones that are just so easy. Of note, Giannis had 5 turnovers, and Drew Holiday had 6. Doesn't matter when you make 20 of 30 shots. You can do whatever you want on your other possessions. So,
all right, that's your top 3. Max, you should have said break because Homer's going to take so long talking about.
Hey, Drew Holiday
I'm gonna get
puts
to mine
up
quick.
51. Yeah, I'm giving him
Blah,
time.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
I'm going to get to mine quick, which is
you go ahead.
it's opening day 2023, everybody. Yay.
Yeah, all right.
Too bad we got to hurry up. Go ahead, Max. What do you got?
You're going to do opening day? You
Yes.
did that to irritate me. That's the only reason you
I
did
did
that.
not.
Yes, you did.
That's what we're here for. What are you talking about? Why do you think we're at AmFam Field?
We're here
It's
playing.
opening day, dude.
We're playing golf.
No. They're here
On
for
opening day. Let me give you a tip.
We could have been here every day.
Let me give you a little tip because you don't follow baseball. When it's opening day and you're really opening day, you're at the game. But
I don't want to drive down to Chicago.
Well, no, but
Sorry.
AmFam and the Brewers are wise enough to convince everyone, make a place that people want to go to all year. This is fantastic. This is how you
let's
do
get
it.
The Max late.
You have people
Mr.
playing
Late.
golf, watching opening day on TV, not at the place where the game is, even though it's
Hey,
only
this is
an
my
hour
top
and a half
3.
away. Oh, sorry.
Pipe down. Max.
All right, speaking of golf, the round 1 pairings for the Masters have just been released, and not only has Augusta National not shied away from the PGA Tour versus Live feud, but they've actually leaned into it. Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson is one of your feature groups. Another one is
Beautiful.
Rory McIlroy, Brooks Koepka, and Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, love it.
And your third group
That
is
is awesome.
Cam Smith, Sky Scheffler, and John Rahm. So all of the best Live players playing with all the most popular PGA Tour players. That is going to be really
Now, am
fun
I
to
right?
watch.
Isn't that round
Wait, who's
one?
playing with Rahm and Scheffler? Did you say,
Cam Smith. He won the
Cam
Open
Smith.
Championship.
Okay, yep. Cameron Smith. Yep.
Isn't that round 1 and 2? You play with the same people around
Thursday, Friday,
Correct.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
That is.
I'm not moving away from the TV, baby. Thursday, Friday, I'm taking off. Don't talk to me.
No, I would say this. Even if you didn't have Live Tour, it's still great setups.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great pairings.
Yes.
No question.
Yeah.
But they're even better with the live stuff.
All right, Mad Max, what do you got?
That was my
That
top
was
three.
his. What are you talking about? He's not listening.
I wasn't.
Hey, Max, get the break.
All right.
Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
You're the evil empire. You're the enemy, and give it your best shot.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes, give it your best shot, but understand that.
I'm on board with you.
There you go.
I never had an issue with it. I don't even know what why he wants to try to befriend anybody. No shine for them. There's a lot of hate there.
Yeah.
That sounds like there's a bigger problem with Marquette than there is with anybody else.
Yeah, and they're proud of it.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
to no delays on the roads. Right now, 94 eastbound from Highway 16 to downtown is about 18 minutes. Same heading westbound. Moving from Highway Q to the Zoo on 41 southbound, you had about 14 minutes. 4394 northbound Ryan to downtown is 13 minutes. And 894 northbound from the Hale interchange to the Zoo interchange, you're looking at 5 minutes. Now for a look at your Storm Team forecast. Today, increasing clouds with snow and rain late and breezy with a high of 45. Those rain showers will continue into tonight with isolated thunderstorms and more wind and a low of 48. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Finn Askin on 94.5 ESPN.
Weather is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragway. The weather outside may be frightful, but the track at Great Lakes Dragway is heating up ahead of the 2023 race season. Find season passes and race schedules at GreatLakesDragway.com.
Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
That's on Matt LaFleur. You signed up for this gig. This is like Ted Thompson used to say, you got to put your big boy pants on.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And right now, those big boy pants, he ain't cut for big boy pants. He's a Euro cut, tight fit jean guy. That's where he's at.
Do you have a pair of those?
It's not my deal.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Show me your Guinness. We want to see you enjoying Guinness pints this month at your favorite Milwaukee area establishments. Take a picture with your Guinness, scan the QR code, and enter to win amazing prizes all month when you show me your Guinness.
Kevin Morat here from Mentality Men's Health. We hear stories every day in our clinics that what used to work for guys doesn't anymore. Increase cardio, cut out certain food, nothing stops the changes in their bodies, especially the weight. The fact is, years of decreasing testosterone has packed on the belly fat that won't go away. We've introduced a medication, semaglutide, that helps drop 15% of the body weight on average while preserving testosterone. Join the over 20,000 Mentality clients and jumpstart your results. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
For Milwaukee sports broadcaster Jeff Levering, this was the final straw.
When I walked into my son's room and there was frost on the hardware on the inside of the house. My wife was getting upset with the drafts coming through the doors. That was it.
It was time for the Leverings to call Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Putting new windows and doors in your home is a big decision. With all the options that Pella has, everybody on your staff has done a great job of making a really difficult decision super simple. And I can't wait to have them at my house.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 4 years. The beauty of Pella's designs allows us to customize, whether your new windows are painted, stained, or left bare, to complement your unique home decor. Hurry! Get 0% financing for up to 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends 3/31/2023.
A wide array of opportunities abound at Waste Management.
We're great environmental stewards. My position at Waste Management is making sure that we don't take anything we can't take, so make sure we're not accepting anything hazardous and we're protecting the environment while doing what we need to do to take waste. I really like how Waste Management, even though it's a large corporation, they really put their people first. It's like a small family. I love coming to work every day. A lot of people can't say that.
Join the Waste Management family. Just search online, Waste Management Careers.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Yeah, I should have remembered what Mad Max was saying. I was watching the Brewers, and it was 4-0. Losing to the Cubs. It is just 1 of 162. Christian Yelich is at the plate. And again, every year, every sports fan. Now, he just walked again. He's got 2 walks. He's batting leadoff. It's just such a sad story. Mentioned it before. They have a baseball stat hitting. 100 is average. The 2 years he's MVP and second MVP is 179 and 168 or something. Since then, 110, 101, 111.
You're very upset about that.
Yeah.
It happens, man. People go up and down.
Now that's going way, way up and then going way, way down.
That's true. Peaks and valleys. Sometimes they're big.
No, that peaks and valleys now are of the Yelich nature. We have another day in which nothing has happened regarding Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
Are you shocked by that?
No. I believe that...
what day will you be shocked?
I will be shocked if it is not resolved by the first day of training camp. Other than that, nothing would shock me. But I think, if I could put a little wager on it, that there's a chance that something could happen right around the draft. Because if I'm the Packers, I'd like to get as much as possible for this year's draft from the Jets. So that might be the time in which I decide, all right, maybe not as much as I want, but I'm getting picks for this draft, and so that it could be resolved that way.
But if you're the first one to budge, you're going to lose out.
Yeah, I don't.
First man to budge, losing out.
I don't think the budging is that much.
But I mean, that's what's going to determine it. Like,
yeah.
they both have, like, the Jets have an offer on the table. Like, oh, this is what we're going to give up.
Right.
Well, the Packers have a wish list. This is what we want. Clearly, they're not the same, or else deal would be made. So somebody's going to have to come to the other person's deal.
Right.
That means you're going to lose.
Right, but I'm saying, to me, you're losing is...
So if you budge, you're going to lose.
You're going to lose, but how much are you really losing? You know...
Well, that's why I told you, just go ahead and make the deal.
Right.
You know you're going to lose something.
You're going to lose.
You're not going to get what you want. Just make the deal.
Yeah.
Then why would the Packers wait if you're going to lose?
Because, I mean, there's no reason there's no reason to do it now. Maybe they'll change their mind.
It ain't going to make a difference.
It's going to. The difference it makes is going to be a small difference.
Correct.
But
so it's going to make a small difference. Why wait?
Because there's no need for me to do it now. I can wait.
But it is. You want to move on with your franchise.
I've already moved on.
You want to get on?
I called in. I called Jordan. Jordan, it's going to happen. We, start working with the wide receivers as they have, and
but you want to know how much money you got, how you can use it, and what you're going to do.
The difference between those is
but you still can't go and sign other people. You need to figure out what you're doing with Rodgers.
Correct. You've got a ton of time to do. You
have time. But I'm saying, why use it?
Well, what my assumption is they have a pretty good idea about how it's going to play out with Rodgers. What they don't have
He's going to be gone.
Right, but I mean they know that part of the finances. What they don't know, the only thing that's unknown is the nature of all of the draft choices. They probably know some of them, and so yeah.
I still can't believe you're not willing to just move on.
No, I'm willing to wait.
I don't know why.
Because there's nothing lost. I don't lose anything.
There's time, which you can't get back.
Well,
that's lost.
No, there's certain times of the year.
Moving on.
There's certain times of the year when time means nothing, and this would be one. They don't start training camp till the end of July. Last time I checked, it is about April 1st. We got May, June, July. We got 3 full months. Now, the draft is,
I could be focusing on other areas of my franchise.
I already am.
No, but you got this. You just said that LaFleur didn't go to these meetings because of this drama going on.
Right.
Again, you're hindering your franchise right now.
No, I don't see, and I don't think you
Matt
are.
LaFleur could go to the meetings, no problem.
They're hindering.
It's affecting your relation. It's affecting your franchise. Well, you just said he didn't go to the meetings because of it. That's called affecting it.
But no, what he's not doing is so insignificant that it's no big deal.
I know, but he's still affecting it. It can be insignificant as you want to do it, but why are you letting this guy have an effect? He's going to be out of there.
Okay.
Be gone with him.
Okay. The insignificant is so small that a 6th-round pick is worth more than that insignificance. The issue now is...
wasn't Tom Brady a 6th-round pick?
He was, yes. Oh. Yeah. They've been...
so they can be significant.
Yes, 1 in 1,000. That's correct.
I'm sure Max looked it up. Greatest 6th-round picks ever.
He's it.
We know Brady's one.
He's it. No, there are others.
There's others, right?
Not as great as him. Now, the question is Joe Namath has said that his number 12 is retired by the Jets, and he has said that he will let Aaron Rodgers wear number 12. I think that is so cool.
So nice of you, Joe.
Yeah.
Does Aaron want to wear 12?
Well, that's it. He wore number 8 at Cal. Rodgers did, and 8 is available with the Jets.
There you go. Go back to 8.
Well, if I was Aaron Rodgers, you know what I would do?
I'd go back to 8.
Nah, I'd wear 12.
No, I'd go back to 8.
If Joe Namath says
I
I'll
would
let
go
you
back to
wear
8. New
Why?
team, new
But
everything.
if the guy says, all right, let me give you an example. If I was playing at Tosa East and you said, Homer, if you come to Tosa East, you can wear my 34. Hell yes, I'm wearing 34. The great Tony Smith said I could wear his
Except
number.
I wouldn't say it. I would say no.
No, correct. But if
You're not wearing my number.
if
Somebody
you-
else might, but not
right,
you.
Okay, not me. Somebody else. All right? And you
Anybody
say
else
yes.
but you are wearing it.
That's a great – I mean, Rodgers is classic that he would do this.
Brian D wants to wear my number. He can wear it.
All right, fine. Yes. But what if Brian D. You offer and Brian D. says, no, I think I want to wear number 8 because I wore that
Then I dunk
at
on him.
Buffalo.
I'd smack him around a little bit.
All right.
For
so-
being disrespectful. I told you to wear my number. You wear my
Yeah.
number, kid.
Yes. What do
Nah.
you think? That's a great Discount Liquor Twitter poll question, Mad Max.
What
Joe
number should-
Namath.
what number should Aaron
Joe
wear?
Namath has said he will he wants Aaron Rodgers to wear his number 12 jersey, which has been retired. What will Aaron Rodgers do?
I would say, what should he do? Should he wear it?
No, I
or
don't
should
want
he
to
wear
know
number
what they
8?
we'll get to that tomorrow. Well, this is what will he do? What will Aaron Rodgers do what Joe Namath is asking him to do, or will he wear or not?
Did he ask him, or did he say it's okay if you wear it?
He said you can wear it. Somebody brought
Yeah,
it
you
up,
said
right?
you can wear it. He didn't tell him to wear it.
He was very positive about it.
Yeah, he said if he wants to wear it, he can wear it.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily advocating for him to wear it.
I think I'll have to see what his exact
Aaron
words
needs
were.
to find
He
his
went-
own way. Wear your 8 again. Go back
he
to
went
college.
very-
Wear your 8. Wear your 8. 12 was with the Packers, and that's over. Start something new, buddy.
Didn't Brady want to wear his same number with Tampa that he wore with New England?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Aaron ain't no Tom Brady, though.
That's correct. He's not. What will Aaron Rodgers do? What do you think? What will he do? Will he wear 12? Joe Namath says he will unretire his number so Aaron Rodgers can wear number 12.
I don't think he wears it.
What would be the most difficult thing?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to wear it.
All right, you think he'll wear 8 and that he wore in college?
I think he wants to change it up as well.
All right, we'll get your votes. 1-800-990-3776. Next.
At least twice as big.
As the one you gave her when you got engaged.
That's the definition of a big anniversary diamond.
Kessler's has lots of ways for you to go twice as big.
We have twice as big diamonds from Diamond Mines.
These diamonds come from the fiery heart of Mother Earth. And the ones that exist in the world today are all there will ever be.
Kessler's also has twice as big created diamonds.
These diamonds come from the fiery heart of a ball of lightning, a miniature star, inside a plasma chamber. It's a wonder to behold.
Kessler's also has twice as big flickering firelight diamonds.
These natural diamonds flicker with all the warm colors of firelight instead of the cold colors of ice. Flickering firelight diamonds are another wonder to behold.
And all of these twice as big diamonds are for her.
The best wonder to behold of all. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, go to Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Right now, we're seeing a slowdown on 43 southbound. You'll be in some pretty heavy stop and go from Good Hope Road all the way down to Locust. Otherwise, just a little bit of a slowdown through the stadium interchange. Just a few taps on the brakes, though, nothing major. Otherwise, everything else is all clear. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And time for a look at your storm team forecast. Tonight, rain showers, isolated thunderstorms, and windy with a low of 48. And tomorrow, the rain and thunderstorms continue with a high of 62. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Finn Askin on 94.5 ESPN.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
Giannis and Drew Holiday both returned to the Bucks lineup with a bang in a 149-130 road win over the Indiana Pacers. The Greek Freak poured in a 38-point triple-double that he notched with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Not to be outdone, Holiday netted a career-high 51 points, with 18 of those coming in the third quarter to stack Milwaukee's lead to a 20-point advantage.
Backs his way in, fades, fires. Yes, sir. How about a 50-piece for the veteran Drew Holiday, the 6th in Bucks history to do it.
The Bucks improved to an NBA best 55-21. The Deer back home Thursday night at Fiserv Forum for a huge game against the Boston Celtics.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Big players show up in big games. Donald Driver and Cousins Subs are no different. With basketball tournament season upon us, Double D and Cousins are teaming up to offer 80-cent delivery this Saturday through Monday on any order of $20 or more. Let us handle the food for your viewing parties, and you concentrate on your bracket. Order your favorite subs and sides online or on the Cousins mobile app for delivery. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
That's on Matt LaFleur. You signed up for this gig. This is like Ted Thompson used to say, you got to put your big boy pants on.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And right now, those big boy pants, he ain't cut for big boy pants. He's a Euro cut, tight fit jean guy. That's where he's at.
Do you have a pair of those?
It's not my deal.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. This is Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Opening day. The Brewers aren't doing well. They're down 4-0 to the Cubs. We're doing great because we're at AmFam Field. It's X-Golf. X-Golf is going on when the Brewers aren't here. When the Brewers are here, game day at X-Golf.
Still going on.
They have it. Opens when the parking lot opens. Great deals. And then non-game day, they have all kinds of deals where you can come here. And again, the concept, not just done by the Brewers but others, you want to have people coming to AmFam not just when there's the game. Have a restaurant now you can come to. Now you can do X-Golf, and that's why we're here. And watching the golf, I would say the performance of the golfers we've seen has been, I give them like a B-.
Of the golfers we're watching?
Yeah.
Well, they're slow for one.
Yeah.
It's taking forever to play a couple of holes.
They're on, what are they on, the fifth hole?
They're on the fifth hole only. They've been playing for a while.
Wow. But they got to you got to have Major League Baseball take over because they'll speed it up.
I'm going to time. They just finished the fifth hole.
All right.
Oh no, they're still on the fifth hole. No, they're in the sixth now. I'm going to time it. It's 3:36. We'll see when they get finished with this hole. This hole's going to take 30 minutes. What do you bet?
I think with the attention that, and then again, they're having fun. You come here with X-Golf, you get to drink. You're watching the Brewers play. I mean, you got to give them a little slack for that.
You're doing T-Pain. You're blaming on the alcohol.
I'm saying they're
alcohol.
They're watching the game. That's what I'm blaming on.
What game?
Oh, the Brewers.
Oh, on TV. I was going to say.
Right. So it's drawn their attention a little bit, so they aren't able to focus.
Oh yeah.
On,
good excuse. Good excuse.
Yeah. I think there's
Hit
some
and
truth.
Get out
to
of the
that.
way. Homer, we play in 2.5 hours. Come on.
Yes, we do. Not everybody plays. People play better than I do. Few play quicker.
I was called speed golfer this past weekend in Arizona when I was golfing. This guy said, "Oh, I forgot you're a speed golfer."
That's right.
I'm like, no. I'm not going to sit around and watch the other guy hit and then go hit.
I know.
I'm going to drop you off, then I'm going to go.
Yes, I don't.
I got time to be watching you hit.
Right. And
plus, I don't want to see your ugly swing.
Well, forget. You don't need the ugly swing part, but
I mean, that's what it was.
Forget that part. You don't have to get there. And the reality is, yes, there's nothing you do that's outrageous, and yet you're still able to play quickly.
Correct.
Yeah. Joe Namath gave Aaron Rodgers permission to wear his retired jersey 12 for the Jets. How great would that be? Because the last guy who won, the only guy, quarterback that won a Super Bowl for the Jets was number 12, Joe Willie Namath. And now it could be 12 again, this time Aaron Rodgers. But
Aaron Rodgers is a guy who wants to be his own guy,
that
though.
is. And he's difficult. This is too simple. Joe Namath gave Aaron Rodgers permission to wear his retired 12. What will Rodgers
do? You just kind of want to be your own guy.
55% say he'll wear number 12.
Really?
19% say he'll wear number 8, and
I think he's wearing 8.
Other. Yeah, it'd be too easy.
What's
the first thing to wear 12? What's the first thing you know about Aaron Rodgers? It's not going to be easy. He's going to make it difficult.
Reminds me of someone.
Really?
I won't
So
say
no,
who.
I don't think there's any chance. I don't
Could
believe
be Tom Izzo.
It could be Tom Izzo. That's correct. Are you going to watch? This is the ultimate tribute for how good she might be. And that would be she plays for the Iowa women's basketball team.
Oh, yeah. She is good. I've seen her already.
Yes.
She's
I think
good.
it's Caitlin Clark, right?
Yeah, something like that. But she is good.
She is good, and she was the player of the year and had a 40-point triple-double. And they're playing the team that's not getting the attention they deserve. Unbeaten South Carolina. And now the question is, Iowa's got no chance to win this game.
Yeah, she can shoot it. As they say at the playground,
Yes.
She's got a wet piece, man. Look out. She'll light you up. But South Carolina's going to be on her like.
Yes. No, she's averaging 27, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. There's no way she's getting 27. What she
you don't think?
No, what she might get is a lot of assists.
Why do you think she's getting 27?
Because they're going to be all
She's
over
dominant,
her.
though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
hey,
no.
how many great players have people all over them? And they still perform. Wait, what does Giannis do when they play Giannis? Are they not all over him?
They don't have anybody. South Carolina has people that can defend her and stop her.
Oh, well, we shall see.
All right. Well, she averages 27.
Are we making a bet on
Whatever
this or what?
you want to bet. She ain't scoring her average.
She ain't getting
at
her
27. Nope. Whatever you want to bet.
She gets over 20, I bet.
Well,
that's 7 points less.
2/3 of her average. It's
2/3?
Yes.
She's getting over 20. She averages
She's
27.
getting over, but now you don't want to go 27. She's averaging 27 a game.
I'll
tell you what she's done.
We got to put it over and under number.
Yeah,
and it
27.
can't be her average. No,
No.
that's too high.
They're going to cut her below her average. That's the whole point.
That's one thing to say, but I'm saying she's still going to.
And she's going to lose, and they're going to lose. So I'm not going to say they're going to cut her to like 15. I know what they'll do is they will force her to pass the ball and then let the other people. They'll double her all the time.
I was
she'll
pretty
go
good.
less-
they have to have
less
they
than
have,
25.
They have to have some other people who can also play.
They do, but everybody at South Carolina is better than their player at every other position. South Carolina is unbeaten. They haven't lost a game. I'll give you. You can have Iowa in 10. By the way, I think I won that bet. Michigan State against what was the next game? They were easily within 10 against who'd they play the next game that you said they were going to kill Michigan State? Who was it?
Kansas State. Yeah,
Kansas State. Michigan
Kansas
State played them tough.
They did.
So, yes.
They still lost though.
Clark. Iowa will lose. Clark will score less than 25.
What if she scores 26? That's not saying much.
I mean,
right. So you got to say something significant, like, "Ooh, she's going to score less than her average." Is not really saying much.
It isn't?
How much less? Significantly less.
5
to 8 points less.
Again, here's what's important in our show, and this is why it's really good. You got to be willing to bet it.
That is correct.
So now I'm down to she'll score less than 25. Her average is 27, and she's
2
on
points.
a roll.
Ooh.
Well, no. I mean, you want to know
hold her
what
2
she
points
scored?
under her average.
You know what she scored in the last? Let me look up her. We have never spent
You're going
this
off
much
her average,
time.
though. Now you're trying to
No,
change.
we're going off her recent games.
You were going off her average. You said
That
she
was the
averaged
average.
27.
That's what they listed, but I'm going to look up her.
You got to make up your mind what metrics you're going by right now. And then we can think about a bet.
They're going to lose. She's going to score less than her average. She will shoot less than 50%. They will. I don't want to say shut her down. I don't know.
And the game
I
is
don't know
final
what your
now.
Standard is
4-0. Cubs.
That's it's very tough because it's 1 of 162.
Question. Max put this up. Are the Brewers in trouble at 0-1?
Yes. Are they
in panic mode? Should they do a fire sale? Like what should we do now?
I don't think so.
0-1.
Well, they'll say it's because he's mad. All right, let's look
what are you
at
saying with Caitlin? Let's go. Let's get the bet.
I want to see what she's done in recent games.
All right, well we'll figure it out on the break.
She in her last games. Here are her recent games: 41, 31, 22, 26, 30, 22, 22, 34, and 18.
So half of those games she scored less than her average. So what are you saying?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's at 22, but 41, 31, 30, 34, and 30.
18 on there, 22 on there,
18,
22 on there.
18
25
was
on there.
Maryland, and that's the last game they've lost. They've won 8 in a row. So I will say I'm up $10. So I'll say she'll get less than 22. I'll go down it'll be her lowest performance in her last 9 games. So less than 22. Yeah.
That's 18 was her lowest.
But that was one more game. In her last 8 games, her lowest is
less than 22.
Less than 22. Yep.
All right, I'll take that bet. How much? What do you want on it?
The $10 you owe me.
Why do I owe you $10?
Because we bet on. You said that Michigan State would get killed by Kansas State.
Oh, did we bet that one?
We did bet that.
I don't remember that, but fine, I'll take it.
All right, so that's
book it, Dano.
Book it. Caitlin Clark less than 22.
We got a break. Don't start talking about anything
We
else.
have never talked about women's college basketball for that length of time. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark. And yes, I will say.
You brought it up.
She's fun to watch. There's no denying that. She normally shoots logo threes. It's nothing special. It's still a logo 3, but she's good for a logo 3 every game. I would almost say 2. They don't have that as a stat yet. Do you think that'll start? Logo 3s will be the new stat. Maybe
no.
a logo 3 should be 4 points. Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day.
We got African American history facts first before we give hockey history facts.
I thought somebody was coming in.
We don't always need somebody to come in.
Yes, we do. Whoever comes in is better than you.
Wow.
You're just
Pebbles
you.
fired.
You're just you.
Pebble.
Hold on.
Wow.
You're just you and you're here. This is not just African American History
Whoever
Month.
comes in is better than you.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Just because the buzzer hits doesn't mean the game ends. Highlights.
Holiday back to Giannis, and Giannis will staple it through with a 2-hand jam.
Reaction.
Bucks have been very good. So we're talking about 3 months now that the Bucks have been the best team in the league, and the Bucks and the Sixers have been the 2 best teams by a wide margin.
Your thoughts.
Take care of the glass. We need to do that, and we did it in the fourth quarter.
Nobody knows the Bucks like Justin Garcia. Catch Bucks Talk after every game right here on 94.5 ESPN.
Cedar Ridge Distillery continues to make a home right here in Wisconsin. The original 86 bourbon is the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for 3 straight years, and you have the opportunity to get that here in Wisconsin. Also, the quintessential, the best American single malt, voted by John Barleycorn Awards, and Cedar Ridge manages every step of the production from grain to glass. Make sure you pick up the Scalzo and Bruss private barrel of bourbon and rye whiskeys, available at Discount Liquor at 51st in Oklahoma or Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Q Club of Wisconsin is the hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
Gary, you wouldn't believe it. We've got dartboards, foosball tables, shuffleboard tables, and 10 pool tables. Q Club of Wisconsin has a pocket for everyone. But don't let the games be the only reason to swing by. Q Club's Fish Fry on Wednesdays and Fridays are sure to keep you coming back, as well as live music on Saturday nights.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out QClubofWisconsin.com.
Reel in the deals at Fleet Farm's Fishing and Marine event, going on now. From licenses to lures, stock up on everything you need for fishing season in one stop. Like Rapala Rap V-Blade crankbaits. Pick up 3 for just $9.99. Shop our huge selection of rods, reels, electronics, and apparel. And check out top brands like Rapala, Berkley, Garmin, and Striker. Get it all during the Fishing and Marine event at Fleet Farm, your fishing headquarters.
A wide array of opportunities abound at Waste Management.
The work-life balance at Waste Management is very important. We have such a team unity. When an individual has to go to a doctor's appointment, other guys have no problem helping out. A lot of individuals here take pride in their work, which is something that was foreign to me from previous jobs. Not everything's on my shoulders. There's a teamwork mentality here. Waste Management is a place where I believe I can develop my skills and progress.
Join the Waste Management family. Just search online, Waste Management Careers.
Keep those pens and highlighters handy during Gruber Law Office's One Champs Week here on 94.5 ESPN. The bracket is coming to an end, and that means one lucky team will come away from Houston as the next champion. Who's going to be cutting down the nets after the final buzzer? Stay tuned to 94.5 ESPN all week long as we hit the hardwood for all things college hoops. One Champs Week on 94.5 ESPN is brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's Homer and Tony live from X-Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Homer, I'm here to help you, brother. I'm here to help you and everybody out there listening. If you have joint pain and they're telling you that surgery is the best option, please stop what you're doing and call QC Kinetics. It's your boy T. Smith here to tell you. The professionals at QC Kinetics use the latest, most advanced regenerative treatments to bring lasting pain relief the natural way. Regenerative medicine harnesses your own body's healing agents to restore and repair damaged tissue in your knees, your hips, and your shoulders, and in your back. The precision treatments are done in the office with no drugs and no downtime. You're up and running right away. QC Kinetics has hundreds of clinics all over America and thousands of satisfied patients. Check the reviews, baby. If your joints are aching from arthritis or an injury, look beyond steroids and surgery and discover the amazing possibilities with regenerative medicine, especially this time of year. You need to be out there living your life to the fullest and doing the stuff you love to do, like golf, like I do. Call QC Kinetics now. It's a free consultation with no obligations. If you can get relief and avoid going under in life, doesn't that make it the way to go?
Yeah, I'm in.
You got to at least check it out, man.
Give me
Let's
the
go.
number. Get ready. Let's go.
414-285-3474.
Remember, you got Tony Smith and Merlin Olsen.
That's
Merle
right.
Jenkins coming up.
That's 414-285-3474. Don't wait any longer. 414-285-3474.
All I got to remember is 285. The Brewers lose today 4-0 to the Cubs. And it is opening day, and everybody here is enjoying it because they've got more to do than watch the game.
Oh, he's got to reset. Don't you got something to play, Max, after I finish the read?
Yeah, normally I do, but I kind of feel like the flow has been disturbed, so you guys can just keep going.
No, go ahead now.
Homer, you disturbed the flow.
Go ahead, do it again. Let's
Well,
go.
no, all right, hold on.
This is Homer and Tony live from X Golf at AmFam Field for opening day on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
See, now it doesn't work.
Max, we cannot allow Homer to run rogue. He's got to follow the script.
I was waiting for
He's
the pause.
running rogue around
there's
here.
always
Just
that
doing
pause.
whatever he wants to do.
Hey.
Not abiding by the rules.
You lose
he breaks
opening
whenever
day.
he feels like breaking.
It's hard to focus when you lose
this guy's
opening
getting
day.
out of control.
Season's over.
Hey, I'm
might as well
going to
not.
find some handcuffs, dude. You're going to be cuffed to the
Atanasio said they won't even play the rest of the season. It's over? What? No, that can't be. Atanasio has said the Brewers are done this season. You lose the home opener. Wow.
We had a caller.
That can't be.
We had a caller astutely call in and want me to pass on to you guys that if the playoffs were to start today, the Brewers would not be in the playoffs.
Oh, nice.
So
that's too bad. It's unfortunate.
What is it? You can't have any beer at AmFam the rest of the season because they lost the opener? Isn't it that? No beer because they lost the opener? I thought there's some.
They'd win it for sure.
They've
every time you lose the following game, no beer.
Yeah, and we'll have discussion already on Corbin Burns not pitching well because he's still mad about the arbitration.
They should give you free beer when the team loses. Team loses, free beer.
Oh, let's
Sorry.
check to see.
Let's apologize for this performance.
Let's check to see. Do they list the length of game? They're down to like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm trying to look here. Maybe Mad Max can look at. They list everything, but I don't see the time of the game. Brewers lose 4-0. They struck out 12 times. Contreras, the new catcher, was 3 of the 12, but Winkler.
I got
Winker, excuse me.
The time of the game was 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
2:21.
Love it.
That's
if you're gonna lose, might as well lose quick. What?
That's amazing. I mean, every game last year was a 3-hour game. So
yes, this is great.
Amazing.
They've got to decide that
they fixed baseball.
They stopped selling beer at the end of the middle of the 7th. I think they're pushing to make it the middle of the 8th. Because
I don't drink, so what do I care about beer?
Well, no, but I mean that's an indication that the games are going to be shorter when they say we're going to go ahead and let you sell beer till the middle of the 8th instead of the middle of the 7th because it's going to be about the same length of time. So
sell more beer.
Sell more beer. Brewers got a grand total of 4 hits. Christian Yelich in a leadoff role, which I assume
Yelich
he
got a
will
hit?
do. Yelich did not. He walked twice.
I thought you said he got a.
No, but he
got one of the 4 hits.
His on base is 500, and he's a leadoff hitter now. His job is to get on base. He has very little power because he doesn't hit fly balls anymore. He hits ground balls, can't get it up in the air. So he's exactly where he should be.
And what's wrong with that? He's getting paid a lot of money to be leadoff.
He's not worth what they're paying him, but
he got paid because he hit
trying
40 home runs, and now he's hitting
What?
12. He got paid because he was hitting 40 home runs, and now he's hitting 12
right.
home runs a year.
In addition to everything else, yes. And now he's at the over/under on him is 16 home runs.
Didn't something happen to him though? What happened?
Yes,
to him?
his knee busted kneecap and had some injury.
Yeah,
They don't.
Guy got hurt.
Could be.
Give him a break.
Could be. We don't know. He hasn't. He has said that's fine, but. Is it possible?
Let's let me break your thumb. See how you perform. Come here.
I don't. Other people
Let me
have
give
had
you an injury.
Other people have had that injury and not really suffered the same way he did. But
really,
no. It's difficult because he's not Giannis, but he's close to Giannis. Everybody likes Christian Yelich. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Christian Yelich. He's like the Mr. Rogers of baseball players, but. When you're not playing and they're paying him, you know what they're paying him? Now, other players are making a lot more.
It took them 20 minutes to finish that hole. They're just now teeing off on the 7th hole.
For those who don't know, that would be the people playing where we are at X Golf AmFam Field. Tony thinks they're the slowest group. Well, we would never.
20 minutes on a hole?
We would never be behind them.
Well, no kidding.
We would have gone around and
we'd have played 3 holes by now easily in 20 minutes. If not more.
Now that you've mentioned